going on, everyone? This is Jay from Premier Gaming Entertainment, and I wanted to bring to you a video that's been on my mind for really the past summer or so. And I've actually seen a few videos where people have talked about it, and I wanted to just get everyone's opinion and just share my thoughts about this topic. What I'm talking about is, do you think that Jim Harbaugh, as far as his whole coaching situation, whether or not he's on the hot seat right now for this season? Now, I've seen, a few videos on YouTube and some podcasts to listen to them, and I've actually heard a lot of, I would say, support for him, more than I would have actually thought. Like, I've heard people like Colin Cowherd, Doug Gottlieb, Joe Klatt, some other people that, even, people like Colin who've always been kind of not against Harbaugh, but typically not supportive of him, actually showing some support for him. But I've also seen other places where they're talking about him being on the hot seat. And that's what I wanted to discuss today, whether or not he should be on the actual hot seat going into the season. Now, personally myself, I don't think so. I feel as though he's done a very good job up until this point as far as, first of all, turning around the program, getting the program to be, moving in the right direction, getting just the proper mentality, just having the right people there, getting the right coaches in, getting the best coaches in, just the whole attitude of the program just turning around from what it was. And I can't imagine, it being any better than it is right now. So, do I feel as though he should be on the hot seat? No. I know last season was a down season for us, and, we obviously didn't finish the way we'd like to. A lot of that can be obviously attributed to our quarterback situation, especially John O'Corn. Just putting that out there. So, when you don't have the right quarterback situation, obviously it's going to be harder for you to win. And I feel as though last season we were right there, within a few plays of winning more games than we had. If we had a half-decent quarterback, I think that it would have been at least another 10-win season for us, including a bowl win. But it is what it is. You look at the previous two seasons, you had two 10-win seasons. First season, no one even expected us to do that well. Second season, you're a drop punt away from, you're looking at a drop punt away one season, not the second season, but the first season. Then you're looking at a bad spot, against Ohio State, away from probably going to the playoffs. So I feel as though he's done a good job, and I can't see why people would be thinking that he's on the hot seat. I don't know what he's done that would deserve that. I think people, probably haters, and probably, well, I don't want to say haters because that's just a easy blanket statement about people, but I feel as though people are giving expectations way too high and expecting things to just instantly happen right away. And, these things take time. I felt he did an excellent job with the guys that weren't his team, and now with the recruits that he's brought in, now I expect things to turn around and definitely move in the right direction. So anyone that's saying that, they should have won a championship by now, or, they suck, or everything like that, it's just people basically trolling and not looking at it from an objective standpoint. When I look at things and I see the team as a whole, I try not to be, a fan. I look at it, everything, as just trying to be as neutral as possible. And I really think that he's done an excellent job up until this point. I think that maybe, and I think part of the problem is that the first season we were so ahead of schedule as far as what people were expecting that come the third season, because we were down in wins and stuff like that, that people started looking at us as failing when it was just really a bad quarterback situation all the way around. So I think that you'd have to look way deeper into his tenure before you start talking about him being on the hot seat and everything like that. If you're winning, 10 games a season, I mean, you're doing really well. Obviously, one thing that has to improve with us is we have to win those rival games against Ohio and against Michigan State. I get that, especially against Ohio. I mean, we've been real close. The first year we were close, and then in the second half we just got blown out. But years 2 and 3, those have been really close games. Year 2 we should have won that game. Year 3, despite with O'Corn being in there, we had every opportunity to win that game too. So I know it sounds like excuses or whatever the case may be, but we're narrowing the gap as far as that goes, and I'm happy with the progress that we've made. Recruiting has improved, even though 2018 was kind of a down year for recruiting, but overall recruiting has improved. The overall hype and momentum for Michigan football as a whole has improved, and us being able to land high-rated recruits has improved. So things are looking up for Michigan football, and as long as Coach Harbaugh is here, I think that we're going to be always moving in a positive direction. It's gonna take a whole lot, I think, because I think overall the school is happy with Jim Harbaugh. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't be, other than being impatient or listening to fans that are just impatient. There's no reason to think that he's not doing a good job, and there's no reason to think that he should be on the hot seat. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. It's going to take a whole lot more than what he's doing right now to be on the hot seat. I mean, he'd have to start losing, have a losing season, have high rate, recruiting be sucky, have top name players transfer out, all those things. The team would have to be trending downwards before they start talking about him being on the hot seat. I mean, personally, I think he's one of those coaches that, once he's there, it's going to be hard to get him out the door. Like a Nick Saban or Dabo Sweeney, or one of those coaches that year in year out is just turning over good players, getting them into the NFL, and recruiting like a monster. That's where this program is heading, and that's where this program currently is trending to, if not already there. So that's my thoughts and opinions on that. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know how you feel, whether you feel he deserves to be on the hot seat or not. Do you feel that we've won enough games? Do you feel that we should be better than we're at? Do you think that we're ahead of schedule? Just let me know in the comment section below and let me know how you feel about that. Definitely feel free, if you like the videos, I'll leave a like on the video. It really helps my channel out. And try to share this video with as many people as possible, and get the conversation going about that. And if you like my content, definitely subscribe to the channel. Like I said, this is where it's at as far as Michigan football goes. I'm going to definitely be making more topics, and next, in a couple of weeks, September the 2nd, first game of the season versus Notre Dame, night game. Next week around this time, if not a day before, I'll be making a video about my predictions, and then after the game, I'll be doing my takeaways and analysis of that game. So definitely look out for that video or a set of videos. They'll be coming to you shortly. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and go blue.